Hi and welcome back to my channel, especially to all my new subscribers and existing subscribers. Thanks for dropping by again, and for all you new people, thank you for dropping by as well. So today's menu item is pan-fried pork chops with a milk and flour gravy. It's so easy to prepare, so without further ado, let's get started. So here are my two pork chops that I'll be frying up today in my cast iron frying pan. It's really important that your pork chop isn't more than a ½ inch thick. If it is, just pound it down with a meat pounder and kind of thin it out. Here are all the ingredients, which will be listed below my recipe. So in this bowl, I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and to that I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. And I'm using kosher salt because it sticks better to the meat. And in addition, I have 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I have 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. And a ½ teaspoon of cayenne. And for those of you that don't like cayenne, I guess you could substitute it for something without heat, like paprika, I suppose. And the choice is yours. So just whisk all the ingredients together, and then we're going to dip in our pork chops. So before we do that, we're going to give the pork chops a little pat down with a paper towel. And then we're going to sprinkle some black pepper again directly onto each chop. Bit of sea salt. Of course, we have to do both sides. If you don't like that much black pepper, you could cut back a little bit. But whatever you like. These are only guidelines. It's not written in stone. So in this little measuring cup, I have 2 tablespoons of milk. And you're just going to just sprinkle that in all over. And then you're going to get in with your fingers and just mush everything and mix everything up so you're getting these big crumbly things. And that is going to help when we're frying that. And these are going to stick to our pork chops, and it will create a really nice coating. So that's done. Okay, the next step is to get 2 eggs and whip them up thoroughly. Be good enough. And then we're going to first dip the pork chop in the flour mixture, then in the egg, and then we're going to do it a second time. So I have a wet hand and a dry hand. So let's use my left hand to go into the dry, really pack it on, and just shake off any loose flour in that. And then we're going to go into the egg mixture, and I prefer to use a fork at this point so I don't get too wet. And then pick it up, let it drip off, and then dip it back into the flour mixture. So let's just give it a nice wiggle into the flour. You see those big clumps? Like, man, when that fries up, it's going to be fantastic. So let's just line that one there. Let's get our second pork chop and give it some flour. Here we go. Let's give that thing some love. There we go. Shake it loose a little. Let it drip, and then back into the flour. You know what? I'm feeling adventurous. Let's give this one another dip. Get the sides. Make sure the bottom is thoroughly coated, and then back into the flour. That's good. Really coated really well. So I'm going to give it a little shake. Okay, so the pork chops have been sitting in the fridge for 15 minutes, and now we're going to add 1 cup of canola oil. You could use the oil of your choice. I'm only going to pour about half of that. So we have half a cup. We're going to heat the oil up to 375 degrees, and then place our pork chops into the frying pan. And it's only recommended you do 2 at a time, but today I'm only doing 2, so it will be fine. Okay, we're at 375. We're going to give the pork chop a little shake, and then slowly dip it into the oil. I've turned down the heat so it doesn't go super high. Give this one a shake. Okay, so I just gave the pork chops a little flip, and I think it's important to mention I only used half of the 1 cup, which is a good thing. I have a smaller cast iron frying pan, so you don't want to flood the pork chops. So we're going to give this a couple minutes, and then we're going to let it drain on the rack, and with some paper towel. Okay, that's been 2 minutes, and this side is nice and golden. So what I'm going to do is put each on a good layer of paper towels. I just want to put them here, and then I want to see the internal temperature should be between 140 and 145. So the pork chops are definitely ready. It was just a bit over 145. The next step is to drain all the oil, keep the little bits at the bottom, and then we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of oil back into the frying pan, and turn back on the burner, and then we're going to add in, I have 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour, and we're just going to start making our roux, and this will turn into a real nice gravy. So I'm going to just do half for now. Maybe I'm going to put in just a little bit more, another tablespoon of oil, and the rest of my flour. And at this point, I personally I'm not going to add any more salt or pepper. And there we have it. So to this, we're going to start by adding, this is 1 cup of milk, and we'll mix this up. So this is my gravy, the way I like it, nice and thick. It's going to not be too runny, and I took a taste, and I added some sea salt and black pepper, and it's exactly where I want it to be. So let's get this plated up and start eating some pork chops. And there you have it, my version of a pan-fried pork chop, and I made some homemade mashed potatoes, and with gravy on top. This is going to be spectacular. So here's a nice close-up view. I'm just going to cut it in 2 and just see how cooked it is. And I don't know about you, but I think that's really well cooked. And nice mashed potatoes. And so let's do a little taste test. So the meat is nice and well cooked. Right amount of spices, like I can't complain there. Delicious gravy. Perfect. We'll just add a bit of mashed potatoes to that. Wow. The perfect quick dinner. Like all in total, probably it took me half an hour to get to this point. So give it a try today. And all the ingredients are below my recipe. And thanks for visiting. As always, a thumbs up would be really appreciated. Until the next one, everyone take care. See you then. Bye.